Hello, my friends. Welcome once again to Faith Walk 101. We are so glad that you could join us. Let me ask you a question. Who is your neighbor? Uh, the Bible answers that question. And there was someone in the Bible who wanted to justify themselves and their behavior by asking that question. Who is my neighbor? Who am I really supposed to help? Who do I extend mercy to? And Jesus is going to answer that question. So are you a person who tries to justify your behavior by redefining the meaning of words? We do that a lot, don't we? So we do not have to be on this mission to outdo one another, especially outdo our neighbors. And the Bible tells us, Jesus says in Luke 10:25 through 37, he said in verse 27, he says, love God with all your heart, soul, and strength. And he says, these are the greatest of the commandments. And the second one is love your neighbor as yourself. And so we don't have to outdo our neighbors. We don't have to be like, look like, or act like our neighbors. He says, just love your neighbor as yourself. Notice in Luke 10:29, the Bible says the individual wanted to justify themselves. And sometimes that's what we tend to do. We want to justify ourselves for extending mercy and love to others. But this love, mercy, and grace that God has extended to us is for everyone. So we tend to try to justify ourselves. We want to pick and choose who we help and who we love. But Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself. He said, these are the greatest of the commandments. Loving your neighbor means receiving God's love and loving yourself as well. We want to extend mercy and grace to all. And loving others sometimes can become a real challenge, especially when people are on this self-destructive path. And there are a lot of people that really do not love themselves. But we are still to extend mercy and love to them. But at the same time, we want to pray about it. We always extend love and mercy to people, but how we get involved is very important. But first and foremost, we want to pray. But who is our neighbor was the question that we started off with. Well, our neighbor is those that are all around us, because everybody needs love and mercy and grace extended to them. So that's who our neighbor is. Thank you, my friends.